Hello everyone, it's our immense pleasure to present our work, A Brief Introduction to Build an Efficient Blockchain in SDC EMEA 2021. I am Shweta Kumari with co-speaker Archit Samani is presenting the work today. Currently, we are a research scientist at Huawei Technology India Private Limited. Prior to that, we have completed our postdoc from Technion Israel. And before that, we have completed our PhD from IIT Hyderabad, India. Our research interests are parallel and concurrent programming, distributed systems, software transaction memory systems, and blockchain. The agenda of the today's talk is, we'll discuss about the basics of the blockchain, and then what are the bottlenecks in the existing blockchain. After that, how those bottlenecks can be overcome through the concurrent executions of the transactions of the blockchain. But the concurrent execution poses several challenges. So we'll address those challenges in our proposed approach. And we'll show the efficacy of our proposed approach through the experimental evaluation. And we'll conclude our slide followed by future direction. So first of all, what is blockchain? So blockchain is a distributed decentralized database or ledger of records. So this picture shows the image of the blockchain in which we have considered two blocks. So similarly, it could consist of n blocks. So here, each block consists of set of transactions, hash of its own block, and hash of the previous block to ensure the immutability property of the blockchain. So here, block 1 is a genesis block, whereas the block 2 is a next block in the blockchain. There are mainly two entities in the blockchain. First one is miner and the second one is validator. So miner adds block to the blockchain and validators validate each block added to the blockchain. And the popular example of the blockchains are Bitcoin, Ethereum, Hyperledger, etc. So in which Bitcoin and Ethereum are the public blockchain, whereas Hyperledger is the permissioned blockchain. Now let's consider the high-level design of the Ethereum blockchain. So Ethereum nodes form a peer-to-peer system, and client who is external to the system wishing to execute the smart contract contacts a peer of the system. So it would be clear with the example. Here we have considered 4 peers in the network, peer 1, 2, 3 and 4. And each peer is having the consistent view of the blockchain, which consists of 3 blocks, block B1, B2 and B3. So here there are 3 clients, client 1, 2 and 3, who wishes to execute the transactions T1, T2 and T3 respectively. So in this case, all these 3 clients has communicated with peer 4 to execute those transactions. So peer 4 is acting as a miner over here. So on receiving those transactions, peer 4 is evaluating the final state accessed by those transactions. And it also evaluates the hash of the previous block to ensure the immutability property of the blockchain and proposed a new block B4. After proposing the block, miner is broadcasting the block into the network. So on receiving the block, like the rest of the peer, like peer 1, 2 and 3 is behaving as a validator. So on receiving the block, each peer is executing those transactions sequentially and computing their current state. And after computing the current state, it is verifying whether the current state computed by the validator and the final state given by the miner both are same or not. If both are same, then the respective validator is getting agree to the proposed block. And if the consensus has been reached, then the respective miner is getting awarded and the respective proposed block is added to the blockchain. So after adding this block, the synchronous view of the blockchain is B1, B2, B3 and B4. Now let's discuss what is smart contract. So modern blockchain interposes an additional software layer between the clients and the blockchain known as smart contract. A smart contract is a piece of code deployed in the blockchain node. Client requests are directed to the smart contract, and the example of the smart contracts are coin, ballot, simple auction, etc. We have considered a listing one to show the smart contract function, which we have considered like transfer function from the coin contract. So the transfer function has three arguments: SID, RID, and amount. So SID stands for sender ID, receiver ID, and the amount sender wants to transfer from his account to the receiver account. So first it checks whether the sender is having sufficient balance or not. If sender does not have the sufficient balance, then the transfer function throws the exception. Otherwise, the respective amount is being deducted from the sender's account and is being credited to the receiver account. So this is the complete transfer function from the coin smart contract. Now let's discuss the bottleneck in the existing blockchain. So as we know, like multi-core processors are ubiquitous. So serial execution of the transactions by miner and validators fail to harness the power of multi-core processors, thus degrading the throughput. So it would be clear with the example. For the sake of simplicity, figure A shows the serial execution of the transactions, and in which we have considered two transactions, transaction T1 and T2. So transaction T1 transfers the $10 amount from account A to B, whereas transaction T2 transfers the $20 amount from account C to D. So here one can analyze that all the accounts are independent. So we thought like, can we execute those transactions concurrently? The answer is yes, we can execute those transactions concurrently, and by leveraging the multiple threads to execute the transaction, we can achieve better efficiency and higher throughput. But the concurrent execution poses several challenges. So we are going to discuss all the challenges one by one. The first challenge is identifying the conflicts at runtime is not straightforward. So in this figure, we have considered two threads T1 and T2, and both are accessing the conflicting data item K. So identifying the conflicts at the runtime is not an easy task. So one of the solutions to resolve the conflict is use the lock, but improper use of lock may lead to deadlock. And discovering an equivalent serial schedule of the concurrent execution of smart contract transaction is difficult. So we have used the solution as software transaction memory system to solve these challenges. The another challenge is like validator may incorrectly reject a valid block proposed by the miner. We call such error as false block rejection error. It would be again clear with the example. Here we have considered two threads T1 and T2, and both are accessing the account A and B. So both are in conflict. So this transaction, this shows the concurrent execution. So let's say the miner has executed the concurrent execution with the equivalent serial schedule T1 followed by T2, and get the final state in the A and B account as $20 and $0 respectively. Whereas validator execute those transactions concurrently with the equivalent serial schedule T2 followed by T1 and get the final state as $0 and $20 in account A and B respectively. So one can analyze that like validator is getting the different final state than the miner. So validator will reject this block, but this rejection is happening because of concurrent execution. So this is a valid block rejected by the validator. So such situation should not occur. So the solution we have proposed is miner appends the block graph in the proposed block to avoid the FBR error, and it is appended to the proposed block. And then on receiving the proposed block, the validator is executing the transactions concurrently and deterministically with the help of block graph and following the same order as executed by the miner. And the last challenge is the malicious miner can send an incorrect block graph to harm the blockchain, such as missing some edges, and that can cause a severe issue such as double spending problem. So we call such error as missing block graph error. So again, it would be clear with the example. Here we have considered two threads T1 and T2, and both are accessing the conflicting account A. So here we can see like transaction T2 is depending on T1. So there is a edge from T1 to T2. But the miner is malicious, so it has removed the edge from T1 to T2 and append this block graph to the blockchain. And then after that, like on receiving the proposed block, the validator is executing those transactions independently. And unfortunately, let's assume the validator is receiving the same final state as evaluated by the miner. So the validator would be agreeing on the block proposed by the malicious miner. So such situation should not occur. The validator should be smart enough to identify the malicious miner. So we propose a smart multi-threaded validator to detect EMB error and reject the corresponding block. From here onwards, Archit will cover the talk.
Till now, we have discussed about the blockchain and what are the bottlenecks in the existing blockchain and how we are overcoming those problems with the help of concurrent executions of smart contract transactions. But we have seen concurrency imposes several challenges. So now it's time to dig into our proposed approach and see how we are dealing with those challenges. We divided the proposed approach in three parts. First is multi-threaded miner, second log-free block graph, and third one is smart multi-threaded validator. Now let's look into the multi-threaded miner. We developed an efficient framework for the concurrent executions of STTs by multi-threaded miner using an optimistic object-based STM. Here STM stands for Software Transactions Memory. We will discuss about the STM in detail in my next slide. And second is log-free block graph. Multi-threaded miner maintains the block graph in the form of an adjacency list where it maintains the vertices and edges. Vertices belong to the transactions and edges capture the dependency between the STTs. Here SCT stands for the smart contract transaction. And third is smart multi-threaded validator. We developed it to identify the malicious miner while re-executing the same SCTs concurrently and deterministically relying on the block graph provided by the miner. Two SCTs that do not have a path in the block graph can execute concurrently, but if they have a path, then they have to respect the order and execute one after another. Now let's discuss about what is the software transactions memory systems are. STMs are a convenient programming interface for a programmer to access the shared memory using multiple threads without worrying about the concurrency issues. The user need not have to worry about any deadlock, live log, priority inversions. Everything will be internally handled by the STM. Traditional STMs works on read-write primitives. We refer to these as a read-write STM. OSTMs operate on high-level objects rather than primitive reads and writes, which act upon memory locations, and that's why it's having a more semantic information about the operation. And due to that, OSTM provide greater concurrency than RWSTMs. Hash table-based OSTMs exports the following methods such as STM begin, insert, delete, lookup, and try, commit, and abort. So in the layman term, what is STM? STM is providing a multi-threaded library and which exports these are the following methods. And user who don't know anything about the parallel programming, so multi-threading, he or she can use these methods to make their sequential program to run concurrently. And they will be overcome with the burden of parallel programming. And they need not have to worry about any concurrency issues. Everything will be internally handled by the STM library. Literature says that multi-version source teams maintain multiple versions for each shared item and provide greater concurrency related to the single version source team. In the concurrent executions of SPTs, we have used two protocols. One is the single version source team and second is the multi-version source team to execute the transactions efficiently in the blockchain. Now let's look into a thread-safe integrations of STM in the smart contract. This is the transfer functions which we have seen earlier. This is from the coin contract. Here, sender wants to transfer some amount to the receiver. Now we are trying to look the transfer functions using STM. So we have integrated the STM methods in the transfer function. So initially, every thread for transactions invoke the STM begin to get the unique timestamps, which is required to order the concurrent transactions sequentially. And now there is the need of reading the sender balance with the help of a STM lookup. And this is the check to verify sender is having a sufficient amount or not. If sender is having a sufficient amount, then with the help of STM delete, amount is withdrawn from the sender, and with the help of STM insert, it will be deposited into the receiver's account. And as I mentioned, we are using the optimistic SPM. So at the time of try commit, we will validate all transactions. If there will not be any inconsistency, then transactions returns commit. Otherwise, it will retry with the new transactions and new timestamp. Now let's look into our experimental evaluation. In the Ethereum blockchain, smart contracts are written in Solidity language. We run on Ethereum virtual machine. Unfortunately, EVM does not support multithreading. So we converted smart contracts from Solidity to the C++ language for multi-threaded execution. We consider 4 benchmark contracts from Solidity documentation. First, coin contract, which is a simple cryptocurrency contract. Second, ballot, an electronic voting contract. Third, simple auction, an online auction contract. And fourth is a mix, which is combinations of all the above contracts in equal proportion. We run our experiment on the Intel Xeon that supports 56 hardware threads and 32 GB RAM. We consider 2 workloads. In the first workload, we vary the SCT. SCT stands for the smart contract transactions from 50 to 300 while fixing the threads and shared items as a 50 and 500. In the workload 2, we vary the threads from 10 to 60 while fixing the SCTs as 100 and shared items as a 500. In the figure 1, we calculated the speed up of multi-threaded miner over the serial miner. Figure A for the workload 1 and B for the workload 2. Here we consider the mixed contract. Y-axis is representing the speed up over the serial miner, so higher is better. Here our proposed legends are shown in the bold color. As I mentioned, we have used the SVOSTMs and MVOSTM miner, and other are the state of the art. Here we consider BTO, MBTO, static bin, and speculative bin miner as a state of the art. In this figure, black line considered as a baseline, which is the serial miner. And one can observe that MVOSTMs and SVOSTMs miners are outperforming approx 4 times better than the serial miner. And it's also performing better than the state-of-the-art approaches as well. And second, we have calculated the speed up of the smart multi-threaded validator over the serial validator. Similarly, here figure A for the workload 1 and figure B for the workload 2. Here y-axis is for the speed up over the serial validator. So again, higher is better. Here we applied our SMV techniques to the state-of-the-art for the pair comparison. And one can observe our MVOSTMs and SVOSTM validators are outperforming approx 48 times better than the serial validator. Here there is a huge performance gap in between the smart multi-threaded validators over a multi-threaded miner, because in the case of multi-threaded miner, it needs to do some extra tasks like generating the block graph, execute the aborted transactions multiple times until they will commit. But this kind of scenario will not occur at the time of validator, because validator execute the SCTs concurrently and deterministically with the help of the block graph, which is provided by the miner. Now it's time to look into the conclusion and future direction. We developed an efficient framework for the concurrent executions of SCTs by a multi-threaded miner and multi-threaded validator. The proposed approach achieves significant performance gain over the state-of-the-art SCTs executions. The applicabilities of the efficient blockchains are cloud storage, supply chain management, and IoT. There are some interesting future directions. As we have seen, miner needs to send a block graph to the validator, but the drawback is block graph consumes space. So constructing storage optimal block graph is an interesting challenge. And second one, implementing our proposed approach in other popular blockchains such as Bitcoin, Hyperledger, EOS, IO, and IPFS. IPFS stands for the Interplanetary File System. Is an exciting exercise. EVM does not support multithreading. So another research direction is to design a multithreaded EVM. And one more interesting design, to apply concurrency in the nested executions of SCTs. Here, we have observed in the blockchains, one transactions are internally invoking the another transaction. So there is a need of nested STM to execute those transactions efficiently. These are the collaborators with whom we have worked on our blockchain idea. For complete details, please look into our archive link, and we will be happy to take your questions on the contact details, and even we will be present for the conference sessions to take your questions.